Namaste student, as the syllabus for the examination has been completed, now we will start the revision. Children, 3 chapters are coming in physics, energy, light energy and sound. So today we will start with chapter number 4, energy. First we will do the definitions of the chapter. The first definition is work. The work done by a force is equal to the product of force applied and the distance moved by the body in the direction of force. Children, as I earlier told you that work is said to be done whenever a force is applied to the body and the body moves. And if no motion takes place, then no work is said to be done. So mathematically, work is given by the product of force and distance moved by the body in the direction of force. So W equals to F into D. Thus the two factors on which the work done depends are the force applied on the body and the distance moved by the body in the direction of the force. And the two conditions for the work to be done are that the force must be applied by the body and the force should produce displacement in the body. If no displacement, if D is 0, then work done is 0. Like if you are pushing a wall and a wall is not moving, then no work has said to be done. Work is only done when the body comes in motion. When you are running, when you are cycling, when a horse pulls a cart. So in all these cases, the work is said to be done. While if you are just sitting and not moving, then no work is done by you. Now, the SI unit of work is joule. And how will you define 1 joule? You can define from the formula also. 1 joule equals to 1 Newton into 1 meter, because the SI unit of force is Newton and the SI unit of displacement is a meter. Therefore, 1 joule of work is said to be done if 1 Newton of force acting on a body moves it by 1 meter in the direction of force. Energy. Energy is the capacity to do work. And energy and work are directly related to each other. The work done on the body is equal to the energy stored in the body. The SI unit of energy is joule. Now there are different kinds of energy: sound energy, heat energy, light energy, electrical energy, nuclear energy, mechanical energy, etc. So in this chapter we will study about mechanical energy. The energy possessed by a body due to its state of rest or state of motion, that is called mechanical energy. Two types of mechanical energy are potential energy and kinetic energy. The energy possessed by a body due to its state of rest or position, that is called as potential energy. For example, the energy stored in a compressed spring, the energy of a stretched bow, or if a body is taken from the earth's surface to some height, then the energy is possessed by these bodies is called as potential energy. Potential energy is also of two types: elastic potential energy and gravitational potential energy. When a spring is compressed, then the energy is stored in it in the form of elastic potential energy. When you stretch a bow, then the energy stored in it is in the form of elastic potential energy, because you are changing the state of configuration. Configuration means size and shape of the body. When you change the configuration of the body, the energy stored in it is called the elastic potential energy. But if you take some body from the earth's surface to certain height, then that energy possessed by the body is called the gravitational potential energy, like water stored in a dam or a brick kept above the wall at some height, a rock lying on the top of a hill. So all these have gravitational potential energy. The formula for gravitational potential energy is U equals to mgh, where m is the mass of the body, g is acceleration due to gravity, and h is the height of the body from the earth surface. And the SI unit of potential energy is same as the unit of energy, that is joule. The second type of mechanical energy is kinetic energy. The energy possessed by a body due to its state of motion is known as kinetic energy. For example, a fast moving stone, a falling hammer, a bullet fired from a gun, all these possess kinetic energy. And the formula for kinetic energy is half mv square, where m is the mass of the body and v is the velocity of the body with which it is moving. So it is directly proportional to both the factors. If we increase the mass, the kinetic energy will also increase. Similarly, if we increase the velocity, then also the kinetic energy will increase. As I told you, there are different kinds of energy like mechanical energy, electrical energy, heat energy, sound energy, chemical energy, and always the energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. This is the law of conservation of energy. Energy can only be transformed from one form to the other form. So here are some examples which show the transformation of energy. In an electric bulb, electrical energy changes to light energy. In an electric oven, electrical energy changes to heat energy. In a loudspeaker, electrical energy changes to sound energy. And in a microphone, the reverse happens. Sound energy changes to electrical energy. In an electric motor, electrical energy is changed into mechanical energy. And there are many more examples like when photosynthesis takes place in the plants, then light energy is changed into chemical energy. When you are using an electric cell, then chemical energy is changed into electrical energy. Now, what do you mean by power? The rate of doing work is known as power. And power is given by the formula power equals to work done by the body and the time taken. Whenever you divide any physical quantity by time, then it becomes the rate of that quantity. So the rate of doing work, that means work upon time, that is called power. And the SI unit of power is called watt. So 1 watt equals to 1 joule upon 1 second. When 1 joule of work is done in 1 second, then the power is said to be 1 watt. Other units of power are kilowatt and megawatt. And very important unit of power which is used in mechanical engineering, that is horsepower, HP. So 1 horsepower equals to 746 watt.